Greetings, Ben Murray here with another edition of SaaS Metrics School. Today, talking about spikes or large increases in our sales and marketing expense. And this is a common question that comes up in my SaaS Metrics course. And it's an important question because we could have large spikes in our sales and marketing expenses, probably mostly marketing expenses due to events, conferences, that user conference that we just held, or maybe we had a major consulting project for our sales department or our marketing department. So those spikes in expenses, but usually those spikes related to conferences, user events, things like that, but they could be other expenses. So how do we manage that? And how do we manage that with our expenses? So should we ever exclude expenses? So for me, no, I'm always calculating the traditional metrics using the expenses on my P&L and then determining if they skew my metrics. So if I had that large spike in expenses, did it really skew my metrics? And that's going to mislead my executive team, mislead my board, mislead my investors if I present the metric that way. Because sometimes we do want to exclude that. I calculate it with all expenses in and then determine if I should exclude that. An easy example is if we just hosted a user conference, maybe that cost us a couple $100,000. Maybe it cost us $1 million. Whether we charged for it or not, we have a spike in expenses in our marketing department. That's going to completely throw off all our sales and marketing efficiency calculations. So then, yes, it could be appropriate to exclude that, but also to footnote that we're excluding those expenses. Because of course, with events, we're trying to create, of course, intangible goodwill, maybe bringing in current customers, training them at these user events, but also we're trying to build our pipeline, bringing prospects in. So there's ROI with events and the pipeline generation that's coming out of that. So we have to be careful with this. I'm going to pull all that P&L data in, see what it says. Does it spike my metrics? And then maybe I have to make some one-time adjustments so that the metrics are more relevant to what's happening in our business. So keep an eye on that. And these could be spikes in any part of your business. And how are they influencing your metrics? And of course, would that influence third-party readers of your metrics to then possibly be misled by what you're presenting? So a little bit about spikes in expenses and how